A Colombian support rep sent over 6 technical questions. My first instinct wasn't to reply line by line. I wondered what they were truly worried about. First, some context. According to 2023 World Bank data, rural electrification in Colombia is only 87%. Many areas have weak grids, or no grid at all. Coastal salt spray and humidity reach ISO 9223 levels, C4 to C5. Inland mountains face heavy lightning and extreme temperature swings. In other words, deploying 5G smart streetlights here isn't just about selling a product. It's delivering a system engineering project that must run independently long-term. When they ask about installation requirements, they mean, will it still work if the grid goes down? The answer must be yes. That's the purpose of Leaf-Apio for batteries. A life cycle of over 3,000 times. The system runs normally through 3 consecutive rainy days. Lighting and 5G communication use independent power circuits. Complete lightning and surge protection. This is a system architecture issue, not a construction standard issue. When they ask about minimum deployment scale, most people think they are talking about price. But they aren't. Solar systems must be calibrated based on real sunlight data. A single pole cannot verify this. With too few 5G nodes, the network topology cannot form. The minimum verifiable scale is a regional cluster, not a single point installation. When they ask about maintenance support, this is the most overlooked of the 6 questions, yet it impacts the project life cycle the most. 5G smart streetlights have an operational cycle of over 10 years. Problems are bound to happen. But what they are really asking is, when things break, who takes long-term responsibility? Remote monitoring, dynamic charge, discharge strategies, OTA firmware updates, and local spare parts response. You need them all. I've seen projects with perfect hardware quality abandoned within 2 years simply due to a lack of a support system. This is the most underestimated risk in the Latin American market. When they ask for case studies, they aren't checking your credentials. They are trying to reduce risk. Have you actually run a real project for over 12 months? In a weak grid, high humidity, high heat environment, having a track record versus not having one carries completely different weight in procurement decisions. The last 2 questions ask about environmental adaptability. Colombia's Pacific coast and the Andes Mountains have completely different climates. Standard off-the-shelf products won't work in an ISO 9223 C5 environment. Untreated carbon steel corrodes at over 200 micrometers per year. Anti-corrosion design is not optional. It's a prerequisite for the system to survive 5 years. These 6 questions all point to one ultimate judgment. In a weak grid and highly corrosive environment, can this system run stably for over 3 years? Here is the most critical point. If your project logic remains stuck at the hardware supply level, no matter how good the quality is, it will likely fail in 2 to 3 years due to systemic flaws. If you are evaluating a similar project, feel free to leave your engineering conditions in the comments, or send me a DM. I'm Rainer. See you next time.